Not trying to see me, but I know I'm pretending. Make you heart be deadly. I really wish that you were with me. I feel ni kama nitachizi. Sita neglect yo mkidi. Rudi nyumbani ukae na mimi. Yeah.
What happened to Diana? Ni 4 weeks nimemiss tu kwa sana. Made a mistake najua ni lawama. And go tell her namhitaji zaidi ya jana. Asinikas naogopa sana kama. And I'm really sorry, go tell her mama. And I pray kila kitu kuwe sawa. Ile pain mi na face endo dawa. Mi najua hard times don't last, came a long way. Ebu check your past, but I promise every day utakam too fast. Mi najua nilikumess, but please sinikas. Na since ushiki simu mi natuma hii verse. After this mi na hope itakutouch. Niliblanda najua nimekuhurt right now. Uwezi trust any man with your heart na Zay vision mi na we tukipart. Reminiscing back then tukichat. Ukanishow you have a dream, you wanna be a lawyer, graduate. Look at what I did, says evaluate. Dream shattered, najua unani hate. Na majisha mwagika mi najua too late. No debate hakuna kitu right now, na eza correct. I know I was wrong. Na story ni long, but I pray to the Lord. For you I'll be strong, so I put it in a song. It I can't do alone, you'll never be alone. I know I was wrong. Na story ni long, but I pray to the Lord. For you I'll be strong, so I put it in a song. It I can't do alone, you'll never be alone. Tulikuwa happy faces, hakuna hata cases. Nikatai hadi laces. Right now tuna argue juu ya menses. Motivation mi natia to bidii. Kwa hizo street car hoka CBD. So sorry nimemess zaidi. Na mina wish ningetumia CD.
Uko fiti mpenzi, natumai yuko fresh na kuenzi vishenzi. Na try nisimedi, but I know I'm pretending. Meku hata be deadly. I really wish that you were with me. Na feel ni kama nitachizi. Sita neglect yo mkidi. Rudi nyumbani ukae na mimi. Yeah. Rudi nyumbani. Rudi nyumbani. Rudi nyumbani.
You only 19, how have you been? I know someone already kicking. Mi najua tunaweza handle. I got you, I don't care about the struggle. I made mistakes, I'm sorry when you pardon. So unajua that I'm still a kid. Tell me how can I take care of another kid? Look at what I did. Sinanga job na hii family says if feed. Bado nakumbuka how we met. Nikashow interest ukanishow kama naza wait. You were looking all beautiful, no debate na love ilishika. After weeks tukaanza date, days went by. So in love tulikuwa high, zile stress tukazipea by. Nilikushow na kupenda and I really don't know why. Everything changed when you said you're pregnant. Nisha lose the focus, irrelevant. Na says you walk away, yeah I really can't. And for real I was never ready. So lost, I don't know where I'm heading. I was really never down for the taking. You have a dream, me najua you wanna be in school. I know I'm a fool, acha watu wani overrule. Man I really wish ninge pull, but the feeling was so damn cool. I really wish I would put on a rubber. It's too late, very soon mini baba. Na hii life ina get too harder. I don't know how it feels to be loved by a father. Cause I never had one, I really had none. But for you, I'll be your number one. I know I was wrong. A story ni long, but I pray to the Lord. For you I'll be strong, so I put it in a song. It I come to along, you'll never be alone. I I know I was wrong, na story ni long, but I pray to the Lord, for you I'll be strong, so I put it in a song. It I can't do alone, you'll never be alone, I know.
Uko fiti mpenzi, natuma yuko freshi na kuenzi vishenzi. Na try nisimedi, but I know I'm pretending. Meku hata be deadly, yeah. I really wish that you were with me. I feel ni kama nitachizi. Sita neglect yo mkibi. Rudi nyumbani ukana mimi, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Trigger Youngboy and Christian. Come home. And we are very blessed and honored to be in the studio with Trigger Youngboy, or Young Boy Trigger, depending on how you know him. Some people call him T. But he's been here for a while, but some of you might not know him. So we want to get a chance to speak to him about his music, what it's been like, his journey, just get to know him better. And he's got a new single out and he's working with Super Drum. So even find out what that is all about, and how he's enjoying it so far. So Trigger.
Yo.
Niaje.
Kupoa, bro.
Karibu Radio 254.
I'm honored to be here, bro.
Nimecheki DM mingi sana zako tangu 2022. As in, you are definitely persistent. Like,
thanks, bro.
Thank you so much for pushing, because like a lot of people when mse unajituma,
yeah, sure,
and saa zingine talent is not enough. Saa zingine kunaweza kuwa na talent alafu ujipush,
yeah,
and there's a lot of talented people out there. So for me, one of the biggest things is one, you're super talented, and then you're also pushing yourself.
True, bro.
I've gone through all the possible research I could possibly find about you out there, and I'll start with the one thing I couldn't find. The one thing I couldn't find was, what's your real name?
Oh, my real name?
Yeah,
Chris Zoga.
Yeah. So when I was speaking to Afam about your music and what you guys are doing, he told me you're from Mombasa. But then I was so confused because everywhere I'm seeing Thika. So I was like, mseni wa Thika ama mseni wa Mombasa?
Oh, okay. Okay, mzazi ni Mtaita from Mombasa. So that's why mi upenda mostly kwenda na place mzazi wangu anatoka.
Yeah,
my mother was born in Mombasa, so that's why I normally tell people, mi niishi Thika, nimekuwa Thika, but I'm from Mombasa because that's where actually I grew up partly, then ndo tukakuja hizi sides.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess just trying to understand your journey and your story. Your mom died at a very young age.
Sure.
And I guess that had an impact on you.
Yeah, for real.
And I guess I'm trying to understand, like, did you even know at 7 years old, or what? Like, did you even like? How did they even explain to you, Mom's not here no more?
It was something that actually me mwenye singeweza kuihandle, because you know at that particular time that one person is both your mom and dad, because my dad left us when I was like 1 year 6 months. And so I was just with my mom, and my mom was diabetic, and she struggled with that condition for so long and everything. And plus now the fact that dad left, that was another stressful moment, stressful time. And so that woman was like both mom and dad to me.
Yeah.
And so had them almost broke everything. I felt like the world came to an end at that particular time. But yo, mini G, so hakuna venye ningeanza kusik sympathy at yo, now mom is no more, so I should start crying ama nini. I just had to accept the fact that mom is no more, and I'm just left with the world. My shosh who turned out to be my world actually, and so many people who turned out to be strangers, family members, and etc. And so for me, it came with a very huge shock. I was so shocked. I was so shattered, and at one point I felt like maybe hata dreams zangu zitakam true juu sina msee wa kunipatia energy na motivation ya kusonga. Because my mom was really playing a very big part when it comes to motivating me. Because nikiwa mtoi alikuwa anani encourage ninge hizi nini groups za kuact na za kuimba. So you can tell she was really determined to see me ending up ending up so excellently in the entertainment scene.
So do you like as a kid, like in your early ages, like do you think she saw the talent in you, or like how did people see umse akona kipaji?
My mom saw it long time ago, because I remember alikuwaga ananipeleka Sunday school by force by fire. Anaambia modo wa Sunday school huyo akue kwa ile group ya kuimba. And I would, before the right now he will say is imba, but
what do you mean? You claim that you're a melodic rap guy.
Yeah, bro, melodic rap. You can do melodic rap with the bass.
Yeah.
So like so ilikuwa like she saw the talent in me, because I would blend in with the choir group. I would sing and I would still act in school, and I would still do performances here and there, but that time nilikuwa naimba rap za definitely sikuwa naimba zangu mwenyewe. Then later on as I grew up ndo nikaanza kujiandikia mwenyewe, but my mom saw the talent before everyone else.
And I guess like in African society or just in life sometimes, like your parent is your cheerleader, your parents your provider, there's so much for you, and then now you're left in the world where you don't have a dad in your life, and then mom is gone. Your family didn't say umse sasa amekuwa burden, like, because now it's like your own, now they have to feed you, they have to find a way to take you to school. Did you feel ostracized? Did you feel like I'm alone? Or what was that? Because I don't know, but what was that journey like for you?
I remember at one point they would say walikuwa wanasema mimi kijana mtukutu sana. So my aunts were arguing actually. Nani hata tukua Chris venye anasumbuaga. I'm 7, bro.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
You're so young. You're supposed to be a kid. That's what kids are supposed to be doing.
But my grandma was like, that's my grandson, so nitamchukua tu. And my grandma was just kept it real with me, and my grandma played her part and I played mine. I made sure that I'm growing up to be a better man in the society, not just to please her, but for me and for my future family, kids, you feel me?
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of kuvutana who's gonna take Chris, because kijana kona tabia zake hivi na hivi, and plus my real dad is South African. And so the fact that my budangu alikuwa from Zulu, like most people were like, mbona mamake angeolewa na mtu wa huku,
mtu wa karibu ama mtu angeweza kusaidia.
So everyone was like ZZ, but my grandma, blood is thicker than water, bro. So I thank my grandmama there, and one of my aunts also came in, and yeah, I see tell venye nili grow up, but that's how it ended up, you feel me?
You mentioned your dad. I guess, did you ever meet him, see him? Nimsemina Zabonga, is he still alive? Like, do you have any sort of do you have even his phone number? What's up?
For me, like, ever since the man left, when I was that little kid, I've never gotten to like really hear from him. But when I was in Form 4, someone came to school and said, your dad is looking for you and he knows now you're turning 18. But my family, like my extended family, my relatives were like, haizi kuja ukiwa 18 saizi, ama otherwise there's some things, some process he has to follow and everything. By the time I'm completing high school, that man was like, I think he got tired of waiting, and he went back to SA. I couldn't even meet him. And
so usually it's like when you grow up, you try to look for your dad.
I did, bro.
So like, he also looked for you. So as much as he might have left, he tried to look for you at some point.
Sure. Yeah, he tried to. But in our society, vijana kama sisi, naturally society inatu train kuchikia our dads when walituacha, you get. And I'm not an exception, bro. Everyone hates him, and they made me hate him. Because he was stable enough to take care of me and to see me grow into a better man and everything. but wait, mbona hangebaki, you feel me? And so I've grown up with so much hatred, and even the time nilikuwa naambiwa nanidai, mi nilikuwa acha venye itakuwa ikuwe tu, kama sikama niko sawa manze. I'm turning 18, I'm a big boy right now manze, and the only thing I'm focusing on is how I'm going to be successful in life.
Yeah.
And niendelee tu kugrow manze as an artist, because I knew I was going to definitely end up in the music in the industry.
Okay.
And so that's how it ended for me. I hated him, but again, you meet people who tell you forgive, forget. And at one point I said, mi nishaacha hiyo songe tu, mi ni focus na life yangu. Na so mi nilimtoa ile place mbaya kwa heart, place mbaya nilimwekanga kwa roho, nika forgive. And
I think you've done really well for yourself, because considering where you've come from and considering like the circumstances that life threw at you, you're a man now and you're providing for yourself and you're doing what you have to do, and that's that's respectable. Because I mean, you could look at the world and say, najua, I mean, you could be bitter, but like instead you've channeled that into your art. And you said you started writing at 7.
Yeah, bro, at 7, literally. Actually, at that time, funny thing was, I was writing, I think, for me, I used to call them poems. To me, nilikuwa naona mimi nitakuwa poet, bro. Bro, I used to write some good poems, maze, and I wouldn't squaga able kuzi master, so nilikuwa nazisoma tu kwa paper in front of the class. And that's when I could write now. I could write my own lyrics, my own lines, maybe some like 2 verses, present them before the class and everything. Because as I told you, I was also in the drama club. I used to act, so it was part of, again, the whole entertainment thing. And that's time. I'm not really a poet, but I'm a rapper. So nikamada venye nilimada primary school kuingia form 1, I was admitted to a school called Kakamega High School. Shout out to Kakamega High School.
Leviski anasema say hi to Trigger.
Yeah, sure. Big shout out to Leviski, that's my G. So like kugrow your time yote yani get form 1, I went to a school that was everyone was so much into rap and entertainment. Bro, that's when I started writing bomb lyrics, because nilijua kuna compare, and I wanted to come with the best, because we had annual rap battles in that school.
So
that's how I started writing my own lyrics.
So a lot of you're very consistent in saying until it's a rap till I die. It's rap till I die. It's rap till I die. And I guess when I listen to your music, there's so many different flavors. I can't box you into the rap only.
Exactly, bro.
But then I'm curious, as you started in church, in terms of the music.
Yeah, sure.
But then at home, you're living with your grandma. Yeah. What were you guys listening to? Besides church music, where were you getting your musical influences?
Okay, actually, there was a very huge, like, say, between me and my grandma. My grandma was so much into church, trying to take me to church, but I was so much into outside music.
Okay. And where were you getting this influence? I
was getting it from my big homies. I had homies who were already into this into this outside music, you feel me? So I remember I had homies who were really into listening to R. Kelly music. They were listening to Kina Tupac music. So I was so much into that type of music. Much as my grandma every day alikuwa na make sure ananipeleka niacha kwa class ya Sunday school. But again, when I go back home, I'm listening to I remember pia kuna time I was listening to Nameless. You know, Nameless was such a vibe, and he still is. And so for me, picking all those different type of musics, pia zilinisaidia pia mimi kujua venye naweza come up with different flavors. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because I believe si kila siku utaamka tu unataka kusikia one flow or one type of flow. Siku moja na za switch, at least ni relax masikio zako, akili yako and everything.
Yeah.
So it was the whole thing. Then you influenced from listening to different type of music, church music, and wanaitanga muziki ya dunia, world music.
Yeah, world music.
Secular music. Yeah.
So umesema ulienda form 1 Kakamega, but primary ulifanya Coastal, Taita, ama wapi?
Sure. Mombasa.
Okay.
It was all Mombasa. Then I did my primary school. Then I was admitted to, there was Stereo Boys Center later in Kakamega, so I couldn't make it to Stereo Boys Center because I was just passionate about that school, Kakamega School.
Why Kakamega? Because you're so far from that. What did you even know about Kakamega?
Let me tell you one thing. I had some friends who would tell me so many things about that school, about their drama and rugby, and these are two main things that I was so passionate about. And for me, najua starch tu ni masomo. Nataka kwenda place kuna masomo na games na entertainment.
Okay, balance hivi.
And for real, Maze, it did me so good. And it's a decision that I say I never regret making, bro. Like, imagine you're in an institution where you're growing wholly.
Yes.
Like, musically, munapo platform every weekend, Maze, muna perform. Na bado Monday to Friday uko daro, unadu kitu yako, unajua.
Yeah.
For me, shule ilinijenga, man. Big
so me, I know you're smart the reason I know you're smart because one, I can hear your music and how intellectual and deep you're choosing to take your music.
Yeah.
But then I'm also thinking about like you were accepted into the Equity Foundation.
Yeah, sure.
And that's like a huge deal. Like they choose the smartest people who are well deserving and need a chance.
Yeah, true, bro.
And then you're talking about ukimada primary kuna options. Unajua kuna sezi hata starehe ni dream. Starehe wanaonanga kwa gazeti na kwa TV. So why was it like were you smart or did you take school seriously? I guess is it both? What happened?
For me, I was it was like more of born smart kind of, because I wasn't so much into like bukuoma, you feel me? But whenever the teacher was in class, I would listen. Like that's one thing I was trained. Moda kiwa daro skiza. Ndo akitoka uko umesikiza enough, alafu time ya game endo ucheze uchangamshe mwili. Because I knew from how I grew up, I was already being exposed to both studies and both, you know, they call co-curricular. Extracurricular, you feel me? And so for me, ilikuwa tu kitu ya kuingia daro, mimi nasikiza mode, papa ikikuja mimi nachafua, unajua. And that's how it was, bro, all the way to high school, bro. And yani it was something that I was really proud of, because I would never struggle with, you know, those long hours of studying. The moment the teacher was in class, I would listen, bro. And when the exam come, I would deliver. But since high school ilikuwa na ma suspensions mingi, man, I don't know.
Kuna mzee fulani amenichachisha leo, amecheka hadi karibu nilie. Kuna comments fulani kwa hii video overseas. Kuna mzee mmoja alikuwa anasema kwamba funky zote we lazima ulikuwa unawaibia madem na ulikuwa unawarogea. Mse mwingine akasema we ulifanya hadi wa strike, sijui ulipelekwa hadi stage na chuo. So story yako ya chuo nimecheka sana leo nikijaribu ku understand ni aje umse ako smart lakini pia ni mtukutu. Sasa najua ni tricky kutoa mse ako smart chuo.
You in fact, man, ilikuwa crazy, bro.
Tell us about high school and what that was like.
My high school, starting off knowing that Maze, nilingia high school na 405, bro.
Unajua ni good marks.
In a public school, bro. In a public school, bro, nilikuwa na 405 and I was number 1 in the school. Yeah, because msao pili alikuwa na 399, I think. So like mimi najua mimi ni chepe, so start struggle sana. Unajua ushatiambia hapa ni niende kwa lawyer huko mbele. So starting off high school ilikuwa tu sawa, but sasa nilikuwa na tabia mbili zilishinda kuacha.
Gani?
Kusag na kuantak. Bro, mwanzo nilikuwa na sag.
Na hiyo ni tafash kwa nini? Chuo lazima
wapendi. So unajua chest ya kwanza nilipoa nikiwa second term, nikiwa form 1 second time ilikuwa ga kusag. Model niambia sag sana, akanipea chest ya kwanza inakuanga chest ndo ina grow kwa suspension, then in depth, then G.
Okay.
So hiyo chest ya kwanza ilikuwa kusag nini mara antrack. Hizo ndo vitu zikaanza kuchangia, mwanzo nikaanza ku lose focus na daro. Then I was so much into music, and nilikuwa nataka ku make sure every weekend nachafulia assess days. Mimi na try ku build to dream yangu. Well, I really wanted to be a lawyer, bro, because I was so good at it. I knew I was so confident. I was such a good debater. I was such eloquent. I could speak very good English. I could debate. I could, you know, I could represent someone. That's one thing I knew. But again, ilikuwa siwezi deny the fact I was so much into music, and I was really focusing on music more than my studies.
Yeah.
And so zikakuja ma suspensions mingi, and getting to form 3 wakasema wamechoka na mimi, wakadai niende G. Ile time round nadai kwenda G hivi, mastidome sema Z uko ya G, mastidome zua mazeni nimepelekwa stage, bro. Anakuambia nilirudi. Unapelekwa
stage juu ya nini?
Sasa nilipelekwa stage juu wamevunja maluva zuko na ambayo they are breaking louvers because of you. can you see the damage I've done? Prince alikuwa akiongea hivyo. So mi nimechill tu hapo nangojea tu fate yangu, najua pa narudi tu mtaani jo. So hiyo time yote yani break maluva zimepelekwa stenje, nimeenda huko Otimbanga nitoa shati anichape bro, nilitoka teke mazee nikaruka fence nikarudi dormitory mazee, ikabidi nimeenda tu nimemedi dorm mazee nikireflect hizi vitu zote zina happen mazee. But at one point nilikuwa na try ku avoid hizi.
So now chuo imesema kutaki.
Yeah, for sure.
Wewe unataka kukua wewe na wanakataa. So I guess the overall outcome inakuwa gani? Wanakutoa?
Overall outcome ilikuwa kunipea G. So walinipeanga G. Like me usemanga I only did 3 years man. Because going back to school, kuingia form 4 waliniambia they don't want to see me anymore. And I'm a threat to the administration. That's the word they use.
Threat to the administration.
They don't want to see me anymore. And so me in kind of home. And that was it. And it was so funny. In our school, ukipewa G, you're only walking out with your uniform. No books, no nothing. That's an extra punishment.
Hakuna hata box nini. Unaenda tu vile ulikam.
Unaambiwa sasa go get a school. Come during the exam. Nilitoka shule 24th January. Nilirudingi shule November 3rd na
kufanya hizo ma KCSE. So hiyo mwaka yote ulikuwa unafanya nini?
Sasa nilirudishwa mtaani, sasa nilikuwa na try kusoma hapo na pale at least nisi forget content, but kulikuwa gana mafunky za madday school wa mtaa unacheki.
Sasa umerudi coast.
Okay. So kulikuwa mafunky ya madday school hapo, nilikuwa najituma mbaya. Tulikuwa au madansa wakienda funky pia, wakienda form pia naenda nao, naenda na chafua, naenda marap battle. Ile ilikuwa na grow to talent yangu. Hadi ilifika mahali mzazi akanielewa tu. But ikifika usiku nikirudi Kedzani, mimi nasoma kiasi na doze, asubuhi nasoma kiasi, naingia kusaka form, maybe kitu yote naweza do. Kwa hivyo time ya kurudi tu ilipofika, mimi nikarudi. Nikadu papa yangu mzee.
How did you do?
I had a B minus bro.
From home?
Yeah, ndio.
Sasa kuna wase mshwali walikuwa hold the whole year na hata wakikaribia B.
Nasemanga kwa ngoma back in high school I had a B na hata sikusoma na maboy walisoma walipata D. That's facts bro.
Yeah.
That's facts bro. Waga sika up mazee. And so after KCSE results zilitoka, now I was supposed to enroll to school, but I was heavy heavy on scholarship because I knew my granny kind of hangeweza and everything. Yeah, but I nika enroll college, nika enroll NIBS.
NIBS?
Yeah,
okay. Nairobi ama bado Mombasa?
Nairobi.
Okay.
NIBS, nika enroll ICT, nika do module 2, but kaleta tu nini za school fees hapo na pale ndo nikaamua si make decision mbaya, acha tu ni sare ni try kuput focus yangu kwa music too, cause ainaja ni struggle na history ya school fees ya daro manzena, najua mazeni itanikula sana, so let me go back to my music and try and focus. So getting to 2020,
bungoja kiasi mlijipata Thika aje?
Thika. Sasa unajua Thika actually Thika nilikam solo because niliacha mzazi home. Nilimwambia mimi Thika kulikuwa kuna best yangu anaitwa Rico, close friend yangu, alikuwa tumekuwa mabro since high school. Akaniambia bro, kuanga kuja huku sadi mimi huku nilikuwa nakuja since niko form 1 kwa boys wa me.
Okay, kumvisit huko Thika.
Kumvisit sando ikakuwa part of my home sasa.
Okay.
Since hizo days sasa ndo nikajipata yeye mwanzo nimevibe, nimeingiana, nimeblend fit na Thika, and that's how Thika became home.
So kuna 2 people I want to ask you about. Kuna ule msali kupatia hiyo jina Trigger. Na kuna boys wako Nganga. Yeah. So tunaweza anza na Trigger, hiyo jina.
Yeah, Trigger ilikuwa
Justin.
Trigger ilikuwa gani ni mbili. Actually ilikuwa coincidence to the fact that nilikuwa napenda sana guns.
Yeah.
And so unajua ukitrigger gani inatoa shots. But at the same time my best friend pia alikuwa anaitwa Trigger. And so this best friend kuna time mazeli come through vimeja for me, yani alini hold down ile crazy. Then akanambia by the way I'm dropping this name, sitaki kujitaiji hivyo. Then me at the back of my mind I already had an idea of calling myself Trigger because of the fact that I was so much in love with guns.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yo, I'm gonna pick Trigger as my stage name and as my hood name, my street name. Mseore akitaka kunijua tumie tu Trigger. And that's I merged the two meanings, the two situations, and came up with Trigger.
Okay. So your whole time that you're writing music, uko kwa mafunky, una perform, una freestyle, unafresha wasee, hujaienda studio?
Hiyo time yote bro, they record kitu hizo nilikuwa natumia beats na rap tu kwa beats. Hakuna place, hakuna time yote niliyoenda studio hiyo time yote. Studio yangu ya kwanza kabisa nakumbuka best yangu anaitwa Nganga. Nganga ndo alinipelekanga studio kwenda kurecord ngoma fulani hiyo time, but sikuwa mazeni nimeiva kabisa kwa nilikuwa na tension plus sijaingia booth and everything. After nilitoka hiyo studio
ilikuwa wapi?
Ilikuwa Ronga.
Okay. So sasa ulikuwa na stay wapi at the time?
Nilikuwa tu niko Thika tu.
Okay, so mkatoka Thika mkaenda hadi Ronga.
Mimi meet tao.
Okay.
Nikasema
lakini yeye alikuwa anajua wewe ndio msanii mkali chuo hakukuwa na msanii kushinda. So alikuwa anajua kama ni rap ni wewe.
So after tulidio ngoma, but I remember hiyo time nilikuwa na rap ka Migos, yani nilikuwa na unajua afu mazema tusi mingi. Na unajua ilikuwa vibe tu ya high school, lakini in the real world
uko umesafisha bado.
Unacheki. Lakini nikasema man, mimi sirudi studio tena, mimi sionekana as a kitu. By the way nilisema
ukupenda vile uko na sound ama ukupenda hiyo ngoma?
Ukupenda ilikuwa na sound. Like mbona na sound hivi manze, cause at the end of the day unapata wase wanaipenda ni wase less,
si ndio?
Cause una rap na ngoso tena niko kuna watu si hapo una curse na unataka kuwa take off, unajua na wewe ni Trigger, unaona hizi make. Sasa mimi nikaambia Nganga acha mimi nirudi sasa nijenge tu life yangu basing on other hustles, but rap Z getting to 2020 something just told me, man, you can't give up on this dream, man. I went to the studio. Sasa nilikuwa nisha self do kiasi. Kaenda stu nikadungoma inaitwa Ambition. Ambition mazee na ngoma inaitwa Larimado.
Yes.
Mazee acha 10/10 imekam. Mazee
nikucheki ukiwa na Raburu.
Zinanipatia platform manze. Marath du nimeenda ni Homeboys Radio. Mazee imeanza kimedia tu yangu bro. Na hizo tu ngoma mbili
kujituma, lakini of course
mimi Kenya nilikuwa na do
ulikuwa nakupata aje hata
bro? Mimi nilikuwa nawafuata hadi kwa bro Radio Africa nilikuwa naenda bro, naambia mimi ni msanii man, itabidi munisikize bana. That's how I met Corinne. Kanisikiza I'll host you. Same to Jalango ni producer wa 10/10. Kanambia man, I heard your music, it's dope, I'm hosting you next week. Yani ilikuwa inakuja swiftly. At Switch TV the same thing.
Okay. Hata nimekucheki Ibru, nimekucheki mali mingi sana.
So like getting back to this music, alafu bro, and hizi interviews naingiana, man, I'm destined for.
Let me ask you something. From that first time with Nganga to the point now when you came back, what changed? If someone was to ask you what changed?
Bro, a lot changed, because how I sounded, I don't sound, bro, I'm sounding like a million times better than how I used to sound.
Okay.
The music I make these days makes sense. You feel me? The kind of music I make is way different from the kind of music I used to make some years ago. And I matured mentally. Plus, I realized there are so many things that you need to do in life. You need to inculcate in life as a young man, and not just living some type of life to please people and everything. At the end of the day, life ni yako man, and so wendo utaishi. And so hiyo kitambo sikuwa nafikirianga hivyo, sikuwa na think na need music yenye itaniweka stage, na need music yenye itanipea collab na Burna Boy siku moja. But siku hizi inaandika music nikijiambia mazee, one day I'll do a record with Beyonce or Burna Boy, you feel me? Because those are my biggest inspirations. And so these days I write music from a whole different perspective. It's not like before to kubamba sema kubamba wapoa. Sasa inaifanya nikijua mazee itaniweka place in future, na itaweka watu wangu place in future, you feel me? And so that's what it changed literally.
Sasa nikuulize, when you look at the Kenyan music industry right now, unaona kiwaje? Juzi nimecheki Ibra akisema like the future is African music. Unaona kina Burna Boy wanafanya ma stadium. Like Burna Boy, I was saying yesterday, Burna Boy could be as big as Bob Marley.
Yeah, sure.
Like, you know, like when it's all said and done, I see Burna Boy being as big as Bob Marley. Like African music is taking over. It's the world is listening. What do you think about like where you're at in like the music industry?
Yeah, our music industry, bro. mi hata sitaki kusema it's growing because it has grown. Bro, for me yani na feel tuko place yenye at one point tulikuwa tuna dream kukua. Mi nikiwa mtoi nilikuwa naona kina Nameless wakipush, unajua kina ulikuwa unasikia unaona kina Kalio kingana na ma freestyle. For real mazee, kama kina Boutros wana nominate wa Freema bro. Man tumefika man. The thing is to say legeza na tusoi choka kusapotiana cause again industry iko na ile like mi nili struggle such a pia ya struggle, unajua hakuna kupeana mkono. Si kama like I have a friend who lives in Niger, ananiambianga man huku manzee Burna Boy anakuja hood mazee analipia studio kijana fulani, una get
unainua msee
unainua msee, una get. So mi nikikudm yani usinionyeshe like I have to struggle like you did bro, because at the end of the day we both taking different parts bro.
That's true.
And so now I feel like your love, tukiembrace your love ya kuinua real talents, not mediocre talents, real talents. Yani unafeel mse anaweza tuweka Freema, unafeel mse anaweza tuweka atujai kuwa na Grammy bro, atujai, hakuna mse anashetuletea Grammy Kenya, right?
Uko sure? Nikwambie Bensoul ako na Grammy
award yenye alichukua kwa stage ka Burna Boy,
aliandika on Time Flies lakini Sauti Sol.
Nakumbuka.
Pia Waire na Naiboy walikuwa nominated Grammy kwa album ya Etana Legacy. Etana alikuwa amefeature Naiboy na Waire. So they were nominated for a Grammy. So those guys are Grammy nominees, and then Sauti Sol and Bensoul are Grammy award winners because of Burna Boy's album.
I get. So for me, Grammy yangu ni ile award. Unajua kama venye Burna Boy alishika hivyo award akasema akakuwa akawin Grammy. So for me nani focus yangu ni we need a Grammy, like a physical award imeandikwa Grammy for real and in the country and everything, and the only way we can get that is just to focus on like kuinuana and helping each other grow, and we should focus more on the love. We should show genuine love even to the underground artists wenye sisi tunakuja. Usiogope kureplacewa man. At the end of the day kama unaendelea kudo the right thing hautaireplacewa.
True.
Utacha legacy yako ka Tupac hataireplacewa, unaget bro,
because it's one of one, like you say on your YouTube, you say you're one of a kind, since ile de ulizaliwa 2001, one of a kind.
So that's it bro. And for me I feel like your love iendelee tu kwa your industry itaenda far sana bro.
So you say Kanye West is one of your biggest inspirations.
Yeah, Kanye.
Whether it comes to fashion and music. So tell me about Kanye West, and what about Kanye West do you like? Why Kanye West?
I love how people misunderstand him. Because me na feel pia siku moja watu wataanza kuni misunderstand. And for me I feel like Kanye like coming out musically 100% excellent in music and fashion. Na mimi napenda luku mbaya.
Najua wewe unauza luku, unangara luku, drip everything.
Fashion bro. And so for me Kanye really inspires me a lot. Plus he makes quality music bro, good music bro. Unaweza sikiza Kanye like the whole day bro without getting bored, you feel me?
Samples, as in different sounds bro, like he takes time with his projects and incorporates so many different producers like akina Mike Dean, so many different writers
bro. And then I get to understand how at one point he also gets close to the creator. He can make a gospel song bro that as a praise church, you feel me? So that artist who is close to his creator, and at the same time he comes out so excellently in music and fashion bro, that's a real god right there, you feel me? And so the fact that he makes it so look so easy in both fields makes me really want to be like him. Though I don't want to be like him, definitely I want to be me, but at a higher level, you get. And for me, I said one day I'll also walk into his path. Nikuwe na brand yangu ya Clady, ya maluku, Wavy, aitanga Wavy. Ulijuaje?
Niko rada bro.
Inaitwa Wavy, you get. Yeah, inaitwa Wavy, mazena nikuwe successful pia kwa music, na ni make sure kwa music pia napatia mse reason ya kujua God ama Allah, na pia nakupatia reason ya kupati, ya kupea reason ya kujibamba. Same Kanye nakupea club banga na kesho wako church. Unaget?
Yeah.
Same na bado akukladisha ya kupe luku. And so for me, I really want to walk into that path, and I know I will bro, for sure. I'm so determined into that.
So I'm curious about something. In a lot of the music and a lot of the interviews you say, rap till I die, rap till I die, rap till I die. But then when I listen to like your catalog, I hear drill music, I hear melodic music.
Yeah, sure. Gengetone.
I hear so many different sounds, even like the song that there's so many viboo. So I feel like, yes, you say rap and you can rap more better than most people, but then do you feel like you box yourself in by saying rap till I die? Because yes, you can rap, but then you do so many other things besides. Because drill unaua sana. Unajua drill unaua sana. Alafu pia nakusikia kwa hizi mangoma ziko na different styles kama hizi magengetone, mavaibu. So I guess is rap it, or just what do you think? I guess explain to me what that is, because me I'm like, this guy is more than a rapper.
Yeah, for me, that rap till I die, I dropped it because at one point I realized, yo bro, I'm doing too much. I can do more than rap.
Uko na jibrand kama rapper, alafu ngoma zako sio street rap. Unajua?
Exactly bro, exactly. So adio rap till I die nili drop nika replace na rap till you blow.
Okay.
So your rap till I die niliachananga nayo because nili realize I'm doing more than that actually.
True.
Yeah, I'm not like specifically on street rap, but on different vibes, different sounds, and so that's how I came up with Rap Till You Blow.
Rap Till You Blow. I love that. So when I was trying to do my research, you talk about 2020 in terms of when now you kind of brought yourself back to the music after that break.
Yeah.
Because I think ulimada high school 2018, sindio?
Yeah, bro.
So when I think about like just my research and I'm seeing 2019 ulikuwa nafanya stuff na industry night. Kuna venye 2020 is not really it. I feel like 2019 was kind of like getting into it, and to hapo ulikuwa unafanya performances, different performances.